Welcome to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina. And Ron and I are the co-creators of TYRO.
TYRO is a Latin word which means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior.
Now, we didn't create the word. What we did is we created a suite of programs to help people learn to become leaders in their home, their community, and their workplace.
And so we are so excited today to be part of your journey. And we do hope that you are going to take notes because today's episode is about dream building.
Ooh, which is something I love. See, Ron and I are so passionate about helping people ignite in them their fullest potential because we had to experience 15 years of incarceration and poverty in order to really understand what it means to overcome every obstacle in front of you. We know how to overcome whatever it is you're facing because we have done it. And if we can do it,
so can you. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is really how do you dream build? You know, how does one take something from the unseen and make it seen? How do you take what you desire in your heart, right? If you have an idea, you got a vision and you want to cast it out, but how do you make it come true? You know, and what does it mean to dream build? What does it mean to dream again? Because a lot of times in life will crush us to a point where we don't know how to dream. Life will suffocate our ability to have an imagination. Life will suffocate and crush and kill our ability to see in the future.
And then hopelessness comes over and it suffocates all of that out. All of our potential becomes so buried that we can't see it anymore. We don't even know that it's there. It needs to be put on life support, right? And so today we're going to talk about how do you actually overcome every obstacle, learn to dream again, and actually begin to build your dream. So you do not want to miss this.
So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
TYRO Dads will help you to see who you really are on the inside by coming to terms with your past, present, and future. You'll begin to move forward by using your time on the inside to transform yourself. We know you're not the only one serving time. Your family is too. Overcoming the issues that existed prior to and during incarceration are often more than what many families can survive. TYRO Dads has a unique method of reaching and healing families based on Ron and Catherine Tijerina's own personal experiences. TYRO Dads works exclusively with incarcerated fathers who have minor children. The program lasts for 10 weeks and focuses on intensive character development. You'll be taught to take responsibility for your actions. To own it, you'll be prepared to overcome the obstacles of incarceration and transition back into your home and community, both successfully and permanently. Upon successful completion of this program, you will earn the title of TYRO, which means a warrior, someone learning something new. You will be one of the honored, a man worth following. If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO or you want to know more, contact your local project facilitator or your institution staff.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina.
And today we're talking about dream building. We're actually going to talk about what does it mean to dream build? What is it? What is it that ignites you to get up in the morning? What is it that launches your life to want to pursue something great?
But before we talk about how to build your dream, we have to make sure you understand what it means to dream. Because so many times we meet people who have let dream crushers in their life just stamp out and stomp out their dreams and their ambitions. They come to the place of really believing that they're never going to be able to reach their dream. So why even dream? Let me just settle for where I am. And so we want to really attack that lie. That is a lie. You are never too far gone that you cannot reignite your dream.
You know, Cathy, you mentioned dream crusher. So let me hit on that real quick. What is a dream crusher? A dream crusher in our world is what we call a hater. You know, a hater, Haters. And what does that stand for? Having anger towards everyone reaching success. Let me say that again. Having anger towards everyone reaching success. That's what a hater is. But we also have to keep it real because it takes one to what?
No one.
And all of us have been haters in one area or more areas of our life. We've hated on people.
Yeah, because when we see someone else start to succeed or dream again and start to ignite that, there's a little thing in it, and maybe it presents itself as jealousy, right? Oh, who do they think they are? You know what? If I had seen that property, I would have bought it first. You know what? They underbid me. They overbid me. They ran in. They ran ahead. They knew I wanted to do that.
Or somebody got the job and we didn't get the job, and we begin to be jealous or hate on somebody, or really what that's a sign of is our own insecurities.
Right.
Right? It
Our
shows where
own
we're
fear.
at.
our own, like, gosh darn it, right? They're doing it. I want to do it, but I'm afraid to do it. I think that I'm not capable of doing it. I'm frozen. And you let things stop you and keep you from reaching your highest potential. And so in order to really understand what it means to dream build, you have to have the capacity, you have to reignite the capacity to dream again. So when we're talking about dream building, we're talking about being able to identify what it is that sparks interest in you, what it is that gets you motivated and hyped up every day, the why in your life.
And that's key right there, the why in your life. You got to have a reason why you want to get up in the morning. The people get up in the morning every day, right? People rise up, they get up, they get dressed, they do everything, but they don't have no passion. They don't have no drive. Why? Because they're not dreaming about the purpose and the reason why they're getting up in the morning.
Right.
They can't see 2 steps ahead of them. They're not forward thinkers. They're inhibited by their ability to not be able to imagine something greater.
So do you know somebody that just rolls out of bed, shuffles around, they don't brush their teeth, they don't wash their face, they don't even get dressed. They shuffle around in their pajamas, maybe they fix something to eat, and they just sit there despondently, and they repeat this cycle every single day? Maybe that's you. Enough. Right? Enough. We're going to talk about today. Why is it so important that you need to actually reignite your dreams? So when we say dream building, it means you're waking up with passion and purpose, just like you said, Ron. You're not just like walking through life like a zombie because your dreams have been so crushed and suffocated that you've decided that you can't have it.
There's something I say all the time. When you wake up in the morning and you don't have an agenda, go back to bed. Go back to bed because you're not ready for the day. You're not ready to start. In fact, when you wake up in the morning and you get up and you don't know what your plan is for that day, you're endangering others, right? Your existence, your life that you're leading can get people hurt when you don't have a purpose, when you're not driven, when you don't have that agenda lined up exactly what you want to do that day. And they say, you know what, even if what you set up doesn't go the way you planned, that's okay too. As long as you have a plan of action and you have a direction of where you're going, guess what? Then I want to be around you because that's a person who is not only dreaming, but they're building their dream.
Taking risks. And so as we talk today, we're gonna really break down why is it so important for you to be able to dream again. Because when we think about dream building, we're talking about identifying what it is that's important to you, what it is you're passionate about, and formulating a plan in order to achieve that dream, to live out your destiny, to walk out your destiny and your purpose. That's what we're talking about today. And if you're sitting there thinking, wow, I don't even know what I want anymore, then you are here for such a time as this. So you are in the exact right place in order to ignite inside of you that, wow, you know what? I laid that down so long ago and it's time to pick it up again.
Calling things that are not as if they already are. That's what dream building is. Calling something that doesn't exist, right? Nobody can see your dreams but you. But you're going to take that unseen and you're going to bring it to a place where not only people can see it, but they can reach out and touch it. Why? Because each and every one of us have the ability to not only dream, but to build that dream, manifest it in a way where it isn't only for ourselves, but it's for everybody else to partake of. And that's what dreaming is all about. When you have a sphere of influence, when you have a place in your life and you know your passion, you know that thing that rings true in your heart, right? That this is what I was created for. This is my purpose in life. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can take you off your mark because why? You are driven and you're going to launch that vision and you're going to do whatever it takes no matter what happens in your life. You're going to do whatever it takes to fulfill not only your destiny, but walk out your legacy.
And so when we come back, we're going to take a really short break. When we come back, we're going to explain more on why is it so important. So then we can actually tell you how to do it. But if you don't understand why it's important, you're not going to be motivated to begin to dream again. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
Playing catch, basketball, laughing and enjoying each other's company. These are all normal things on the outside, but many times are missed in a visitation setting. TYRO Dads brings the same fun experience to the inside through family days. As a TYRO Dad, you have the opportunity to participate in this fantastic event. Family Day is designed to allow fathers and families to engage with each other through activities designed to stimulate communication, learning, and play. Family Days will not only be a highlight for you, but for your children as well. The Ridge Project has strategically developed Family Day as an opportunity to help you connect with your child throughout your separation and help both of you develop skills to continue building your relationship when you return home.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina.
And today we are talking about dream building. We are talking about taking the unseen and making it true, making it a reality.
Yes, we are. And so I want to talk a little bit, we're going to talk now about why is it so important to have a dream, something that really ignites you, that inspires you to get up out of bed every day and to give your best, your all, and set goals and achieve those goals. See, when Ron first went to prison, let me tell you what it's not, right? So when Ron went to prison, so my biggest goal in life, my dream was to have Ron come home. And so every day I would get home and I'm fighting so hard for Ron's case and I'm fighting so hard to reunite my family. And then one day it was just like, it's exhausting, right? To actually live your life for something you have no control over, to live your life on something that's dependent on what happens in somebody else's life is not walking out your dream and your destiny, right? So that might be a desire that I had, but it was like it wasn't enough. So if you're sitting there and you're living on it, as soon as my husband gets his life right, as soon as my wife, as soon as my kids, as soon as I get this situation,
as soon as I get this promotion, as soon as I get this raise, as soon as I pay off this house, as soon as I, if that's what you're living for,
then I can actually think about what I want to do. Then I can actually begin to dream and set a goal for my life. That's not dreaming. So I had to one day just really wake up to the fact that, in spite of the fact that I was in a tough circumstance, in spite of the fact that my husband was in prison and I was on welfare, in spite of all these barriers, I still had the right, say that, I still have the right to dream, right? I have the right to dream. So I began sitting there saying, what do I want? What do I want to achieve in my life? Who do I want to be? And it was important because I had to wake up the potential inside of me. I had to ignite that and encourage myself so that I could encourage my children. So Ron began dreaming again first. Even though he was locked up, he's beginning to set dreams as the husband, as the father, as the example. And then that actually freed me to be able to dream for myself.
But let's keep it also. Let's take a little bit back because you were living a nightmare.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Before you could even begin to dream of something better, right? We had to recognize the nightmare that not only that we were living in, but that we created.
Yep.
Right? Despite innocence, despite all that type of stuff, you know what? We created a nightmare prior to my incarceration, the life that we were living. We thought this was the best we could do. In fact, it was. It was the best we could do. I remember dreaming about a car. Right? I wanted a car so bad. Now I'm young and dumb and have no consciousness about life. I'm just living check by check and thinking that this is how life is.
I'm not thinking everybody lives like that.
And I come home in this $200 car and I'm all excited about it. Remember, signs and symbols are for the conscious man. So when you see I come home in a $200 car and I'm excited about it, that's the best I could do. That tells you.
And it wasn't like I got this $200 car that I'm going to redo, right? That I'm going to restore this car. He's like, hey, this is our transportation now. I'm so excited. We got a new car. Oh my goodness.
But that is a glimpse of the way I was thinking.
And the reason I say, oh my goodness, is we couldn't go anywhere in that car. Water came up, the floorboards were missing in it. We had all kinds of stinging eyes.
It was a clunker, right? It was a bad car. It was a $200 car. But it's also a representation of what I look like inside.
Yeah. So
right?
What's your vehicle look like? And when we say what's your vehicle, what's your vision? How far will your vision take you? Because if your vision takes you all the way over here, it's easy to figure out the provision so that you can actually achieve the vision. But if your vision is just right here and it's based upon what your provision is today, you are stuck. And it's important to get unstuck because you are leading your family into a future defined by what? Either defined by peace, hope, righteousness, dreaming, health, or your future is defined by poverty. It's defined by hopelessness and helplessness. You are setting the course for your family. You have got to ignite dreams inside of you so that you are giving permission to your children and your family and everybody around you so that they can dream again as well.
So why is this important? Cathy hit right on it. This is important because you're the example. You're the leader in your community, in your family. People will follow what you create if they can believe it, if they can see it, and they can partake of it. That's the greatest thing about a dreamer and a builder. You know, you become a dreamer and a builder. Put the two words together, dream builder. You know, one of the things we get to do with our clients, you know, we get to take them to places, and we get to take, I'm telling you, like, okay, so maybe they never thought they could buy a house. So we take them to places where they're building homes, and we, hey, look at this home. Do you see yourself one day, could you possibly own a home like this? Or maybe dealerships, car dealers, you know, the clunker that they've been driving. We take them to a brand new car lot, say, what would you be willing to do to buy one of these?
Now, let me pause right here. That's absolutely true. And what is the first thing that we hear when they're like, oh my gosh, they never even conceived of it, they never even considered it? This is the thing they say 100% of the time. People that aren't even considering the fact that they could ever have those things or ever reach that type of potential, they say, well, no one in my family has ever owned a house. No one in my family has ever done these things.
I mean, you could take it all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
GED.
Oh, yeah.
Right? No one in my family has graduated from high school.
Right.
We hear that a lot.
Nobody in my family has ever gone to college, so that's not for me. So that's why, Dad, Mom, as a parent, it is so important that you are setting this precedent for your children.
This is crucial. You know, why is this important? Because you give the permission to everybody else around you. When you dream and you build, you give them permission to dream and build too.
So stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to take a short break, but we're going to talk to you about how. How do you reignite the ability to dream again? You do not want to miss this.
Dear son, it's been hard these last few years, watching you grow up without me in the picture. Never taking the time to find out how you were or what was going on in your life. You're just a boy, I thought. You don't need me. I didn't need my dad. He was never around, I told myself. But I was wrong, son. I'm supposed to be a grown man. I was selfish. I was stupid. I was thinking of me, not you. If I could go back, son, and change things, I would. It's taken me all this time being selfish to finally grow up and realize I need to be a responsible man. That's what I finally learned, not from prison, but the TYRO program. It's all about becoming a better, stronger man. Wish I would have gotten it sooner. Everything looks different to me now. I'm a changed person. I know I need to be there for you now. It's not about me anymore. It's not about being cool. It's not about who I run with. It's about Mom. It's about you. It's about being a better man, learning something new in my life. It's about being a TYRO, a man worth following. I'm your dad. You're my son, and I love you. I am a TYRO. I'm a TYRO. Dad.
If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO or just want to know more, contact your local Ridge Project facilitator or your caseworker.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina.
And today we're talking about dream building. And what does it mean to dream build? Why is it important to dream build? But now we're going to talk about how do you dream build? How do you take something from the unseen and make it a reality?
Oh my goodness, is this powerful. I mean, I remember going from the place of learned helplessness and hopelessness and feeling suffocated, feeling like every day was just a repeat of the day before. And then I remember that ignition inside of me that ignited me to say, wow, the recognition, right? That was ignited.
Yeah,
recognition.
good word.
That it was like, you know what? I want something better. I want something different. I don't want to live the rest of my life like this.
I'll tell you what, I think of the movie Groundhog Day.
Oh, yes.
I think of that guy who would wake up and he would relive it until he did something that wasn't about him.
Yes.
And that's about dreaming. When you start to dream for others, watch your dreams come true. When you start to become an armor bearer for all those around you, you help other people achieve their dreams, their visions, right? This is how you make yours come true. Find somebody else who's reaching for something, help them get to where they want to go, and then watch your dreams come true.
So the first thing we really want to talk about when we say how do you actually ignite the ability to dream again? We're going to talk about dream mapping. because you've got to be able to actually see it in order to achieve it. Say that. I've got to see it
in order to achieve it.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get out a piece of paper, a poster board, something, and you're going to cut out pictures, you're going to draw, you're going to write words, things that, you know what, these are the things that get me excited about life, about living, the possibilities.
And you're going to put these in front of you each and every day. Each and every day. In order to make it come true, you got to see it. What are you working for? What is your purpose in life? If you got a goal, you got an objective, and you see it in front of you, guess what? You're going to begin doing things that are going to get you closer to that desire, that goal.
So 1 major and 2 minors. So you're going to have 3 dreams, 3 goals on your dream bill, on your dream map. And so there's something that Ron did, and I highly encourage you to do too, is, you know what, to help you financially towards those dreams, put a picture of it in your wallet, in your purse, where every time that you go to take out your credit card or your money, you think, okay, do I really want to buy this thing, or do I want to save that $10 for my big dream? And if you really still want to buy that thing, great. But if not, be like, okay, can I live without it so I can get my dream faster? That will help you achieve your dream faster. So the first thing is you're going to dream map what it is you want. And the second thing is you're going to put an achievement date on that.
You know, one of the keys to our success is the dream mapping. We put it where we're going to be. You know, there's a place that we all congregate around. There's a place in our home where each and every one of us is guaranteed to go there, and that's the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So we'll take the image or the picture of something that we're going to work towards, and we put it on our fridge so we can see it when? Every day.
And we have the by date. I'm going to achieve this by when? So maybe, not maybe, but definitely, so you've got your major, right, and your 2 minors. So let's say that you want to buy a car. And so your 2 minor goals are, first of all, get your GED. Second of all, get a job so that you can save for your car. So you've got those in front of you. So your achievement date, the first one is, I'm going to have my GED in 60 days, right? My next one is I'm going to have a job within 30 days of that. Whatever those goals are, write the dates down.
You got a deadline. You got to have a deadline, because if you don't put a deadline, you can't measure it.
Yep.
You can't. When you're dreaming about something, say you got a dream and you want to lose weight, right? And you're doing everything. Well, I can't just say I want to lose weight.
Right.
Why? Because I can't measure that. But if I say I want to lose 20 pounds by this date, then I'm willing to do whatever it's going to take to, when that day comes, guess what? I achieved my goal, I achieved my dream, and it's measurable. I can measure what I did and what I didn't do.
So that's the first one, was what? A dream map. That's
dream
right.
map.
The second one is set achievement goals, achievement dates, when you're going to actually achieve it by. And then the third one is now celebrate.
Celebrate every milestone that you do, that you get to in your plan, in your vision, your dream. Don't neglect or negate those small victories in your life.
So I'm going to go back to my example. If your goal is get your GED, and you've taken practice tests and you've nailed them and you passed them, celebrate that. You know what? I'm ready now. I'm ready to take on the next thing. Then the next thing, take your test. When you pass your test, celebrate that. When you go and you have an interview, go and celebrate. You know what? Maybe you didn't get the job, but you got to the table. You got the interview, and there are a bunch of people that weren't interviewed. Trust me. When we have a job opening, we might get 50 applicants. Only 5 are actually going to get an interview. So you're in the top 5, right?
So now remember, what I said earlier was, if you want your dream to come true quickly, go find somebody else who's dreaming, help them achieve their goals and their desires, and watch what happens to you, because you reap what you sow. What you give out, you're going to get back. This is how this works. But now remember, just like you're celebrating your milestones, your small victories, your big victories, your majors, your minors, make sure that you're celebrating somebody else. Don't wait for somebody to celebrate you.
Right.
Go out and celebrate other people's victories. When you see them achieve something they worked hard for, celebrate that with them. Don't wait for somebody to celebrate you, because if you're waiting for somebody to celebrate you,
it's not going to happen unless you're celebrating other people. And so we've talked about how to actually do it, how to spark and ignite with that dream plan, your dream map. That is a big deal. Get started on that today. We're going to take a short break. But when we come back, we're going to wrap it all up. So stay tuned.
and we'll be right back.
TYRO Dads will help you to see who you really are on the inside by coming to terms with your past, present, and future. You will begin to move forward by using your time on the inside to transform yourself. We know you're not the only one serving time. Your family is too. Overcoming the issues that existed prior to and during incarceration are often more than what many families can survive. TYRO Dads has a unique method of reaching and healing families based on Ron and Catherine Tijerina's own personal experiences. TYRO Dads works exclusively with incarcerated fathers who have minor children. The program lasts for 10 weeks and focuses on intensive character development. You'll be taught to take responsibility for your actions, to own it. You'll be prepared to overcome the obstacles of incarceration and transition back into your home and community, both successfully and permanently. Upon successful completion of this program, you will earn the title of TYRO, which means a warrior, someone learning something new. You will be one of the honored, a man worth following. If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO, or you want to know more, contact your local project facilitator or your institution staff.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina.
And today we have been enjoying ourselves talking about dream building. You know, this is something that is so passionate and it ignites me every day because guess what? I wake up in the morning with the ability to dream.
Oh, I love that. And the thing is, we all have the ability to dream. You may just not have been exercising that muscle, right? Maybe you've let this whole world crush your dreams and suffocate your dreams and you have buried them so deep, but it's time to reignite them. It's time to learn to dream again. And the first step is creating that dream map. What are the things you're passionate about? What are the things you want to achieve in your life? Write them down and start working towards them.
You know, we've been hearing a lot in society today about why we can't. You know, but I'm here to tell you, I give you permission to dream and to dream beyond your wildest imagination. I give you permission today. Cathy gives you permission today that today is your day of freedom to dream for a better world for you, your children, and for all those around you. Quit letting people tell you what you can't do. I say it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I might be I'm a Mexican, not a Mexicant. Right?
That is so true. It's okay to take a risk for your destiny. It's okay to get out of your comfort zone. You must get out of your comfort zone. You must take a risk in order to achieve your greatest potential. Don't just sit there and live life safe like a zombie walking through the same day over and over again. It's time to dream again. It's time to think about the things you really want to achieve. Map those things out. Set a deadline on it. Work towards it every single day and celebrate every single milestone.
You know, there are many people out there watching you, Dad, watching you, Mom, watching your families, watching everybody around you. All eyes, whether you know it or not, people are watching you to see what you create, see what you do. Each and every one of us have been put on this world with a purpose and a plan, right? We have been called to do something greater than ourselves. And we allow the things of the world, as Cathy was saying earlier, to suffocate our ability to dream, to suffocate us and keep us in a box. Well, you know what? We give you permission today to get outside that box, start writing your vision down, start casting a vision for others, and start believing that you are here for a greater purpose than just sitting back idly and watching the world pass by.
That's right. So we want to thank you. We hope that today you have learned something, that something's ignited passion in you that's going to cause you to reach your highest potential. So thanks for joining us today on TYRO TV, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
So until then, always remember that we are rooting for you.